In this video, you will learn how to stun the cue ball forward or backward small, controlled distances from the stop shot position to help you win games. First, it is important to know how speed, spin, and distance affect stun. Here's an excerpt from my Cue Ball Control Everything You Need to Know video that explains and illustrates the important effects. If you hit the cue ball close to the center, it will start off with stun, but it will gradually pick up rolling topspin as the cue ball slides across the cloth. At slow speed or large distance, the cue ball picks up full forward roll before reaching the object ball. To hit a stop shot at distance, you must hit the cue ball below center. The backspin wears off on the way to the object ball. Even with a very low tip position, if you hit the shot too slowly, the backspin will wear off and the cue ball will develop full roll, resulting in a follow shot. The only way to get draw is to hit the cue ball low with enough speed to retain backspin on the way to the object ball. When the cue ball is closer, you don't need to use as much speed to retain backspin and get draw. At closer range, it is also easier to get stun with a near center ball hit. Although, you will usually have better stop or stun shot control by using a lower tip and softer speed. To execute stun back and stun through shots consistently, you must have good stun control, being able to judge the tip height required for a stop shot. The best way to develop and improve this skill is with drills. First, make sure you can hit stop shots from different distances consistently. Using a lower tip position and slower speed provides the best control. And increasing backstroke length with shot speed can help provide good speed control. For stun back and stun through shots, it can help to use more speed. First, find the tip position needed for a stop shot. For a stun back shot, you just need to lower the tip a touch below the stop shot tip position. And for a stun through shot, you just need to raise the tip a touch above the stop shot tip position. It is important to practice how much you need to lower or raise the tip to get the stun back or forward distance you want. Again, start with a stop shot. For a short stun back, lower the tip just a touch. And lower the tip a little more for more stun back. An alternative to using faster speed and varying tip position is to use a low tip position and just vary shot speed. But it can be more difficult to control the stun back amount with this approach. I control my speed by using a short stroke for slow speed and a longer stroke for faster speed. At very slow speed, the cue ball loses all backspin and follows forward. With a little more speed, the cue ball still follows forward a little. With even more speed, I get a perfect stop shot. And with a little more speed, I get a small amount of stun back. Increasing the speed more increases the stun back distance. But again, it can be tougher to control the stun back amount with this approach compared with using a faster speed and varying the tip height. With a larger distance between the cue ball and object ball, most people will have better stun back distance control with a faster speed. Again, you first need to have a feel for the tip height required for a stop shot. Then lower the tip increasing amounts to get more stun back. For stun through, you raise the tip a touch relative to the stop shot tip position. Again, raise the tip only a touch for short stun through. And raise it more for longer stun through distances. When the object ball doesn't need to travel very far, a better option for short follow shots is to just roll the cue ball. You can easily control the follow distance with shot speed. But for a longer shot, this technique won't work well for short stun-through distances because you might come up short. Here, I got the object ball to the pocket, but barely. If the cue ball is farther away and the object ball needs to travel a longer distance, which requires more speed, you can't hold the cue ball with slow speed. In that case, you need to use more shot speed to control stun-through amounts. Here, the object ball is close to the pocket, but imagine it needing to travel farther. Again, you first need to be able to judge the tip position required for a stop shot. Then lower your tip from this position based on how far you want to stun through. A downside of using too much speed is that if your aim or tip height are off even a touch, the cue ball could move more than you want. It is also more difficult to stroke accurately when using very fast speed like this. Although, sometimes, if you hit everything near perfectly, you'll get a good result, but this is not easy at fast speed like this. At slower speed, it is much easier to stop the cue ball very close to the target, even if your aim and tip height are off a little. And it is very easy to get a good stop shot with only a little practice. Now let's look at some game situation examples where stun back and stun through are important techniques. Here, I am shooting stripes and need to pocket the 11 in the side and stun forward to get a look at the 8. If I slow roll the shot, I can't hold the cue ball enough. And if I roll forward past the 5, I still can't get a look at the 8. And if I roll forward even more, I still can't get a good enough look to pocket the ball. I definitely need a stun-through shot. I first visualize how much I need to stun forward. Then I judge the stop shot tip position for the medium speed I plan to use. That's why we practice stop shots, because that practice improves our judgment. And then I raise the tip a touch to get the required stun forward. Here's another example. A stop shot doesn't give me a look at the 8. I need to stun back to get straight on the 8. Again, I first judge the stop shot tip position. Then I lower the tip a little. And then I stroke with a still elbow to guarantee I hit the desired tip position on the cue ball. I didn't end up perfect, but I have a shot for the win. Well, get to the table and start working on your stop shot, stun through, and stun back skills. These techniques will help you win more. Good luck with your game from Dr. Dave.